Josh, number 2. Much better. Good morning. Ashley, number 3. Much fucking better, right? You can't pound some hearts, but you can put hearts in your comments, so who the fuck cares, right? Natalie, good morning. Everybody's throwing the likes. Everybody's coming in. Whoop, 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 whoop. How are you? I'm doing good. Facebook is crap, man. Right? Steve, good morning. It's me here. Where's Becky, Nat? Right, Josh? The delay is a pain in the ass, huh? You know, the funny thing is once you've gotten a different environment and you've gotten used to way better, it's almost hard to go back to that environment and watching a fucking live. I think she's sleeping still. I'm getting the kiddos up for school. Aww. Yeah, she might have been up late helping her father and shit. You know how that's sometimes it's a midnight thing. You'll get up in the middle of the night to take care of him. I bet you some shit like that went down. If you guys are on my YouTube video, you're watching me right now, but you're unable to comment, be sure to open it up in the app and not the browser. Click the dots at the top, choose open in app. Go to the app and you should be able to comment from there. If not, just simply log into the app. Till 6:30. What? I have not went to check my mail for today. Or yesterday, I didn't check any mail. So if it came yesterday, I didn't get a chance to check it. I was working on the car all day yesterday. Hey, so we have 9 people here. 6 people have liked the video. If you have not liked the video yet, it helps with the algorithms. It helps get people here. Please back out real quick, like it, and come back in. If you've already liked the video, don't worry about it. You know what you've done. Yeah, I see most of you do. Most of you, as soon as you get here, you like the video, then you come on in. I do notice that. James. He's like, I lost track. Tell Ashley about your problem. No problem. Yep, I'm one of those that like before. I always like and share it. Hell yeah. James, she says, fuck that, try 1,000. Try doing 1,000. She's made it there, okay? She has climbed that corporate ladder. It's had its perks, though, huh? She has climbed that corporate ladder. She has put in her time. All right. You could say you got a part of Wonder Woman in there. You didn't come on the card, did you? You didn't like squirt all over the card. You're like, and then like let it dry and be like, all right, you got a piece of Wonder Woman over there. Okay, good. Okay. What the fuck? The reason that came to me, that thought, is because there was a guy that owned a mattress company and he sold mattresses. And his slogan was that you got a piece of him in every mattress. Well, come to find out, he was spanking on the mattresses. Yeah, he was spanking on the mattresses. And that's what he meant by a bit of him in every mattress. So when I hear that a bit of me in fucking Arizona, it just made me think of, oh my God, she's the mattress husband's wife. Okay. That's the wife. Her husband is the mattress dude. His name is Jim. So that's where that came from. All right. Well, I'll promise not to sniff the letter. All right. Love your handwriting. Thanks for the ideas. All right. What's the name of that dude? I think his name is Sealy Serta. No, I'm just kidding. Sealy's knocking on my door. That's inflammation of character. You know good and well that that wasn't us. Okay? It was a couple by the name of Jim and April. Jim and April. That was too funny, right? Hey, the word association. That's what it reminded me of. When I thought of that, I was like, really? He told people a little bit of him in every mattress? Like, really? You couldn't have just jacked off on the mattress and knew that you were doing it, huh? You had to really advertise and like taunt people with it. Like, hey, a little bit of me in every one. Maybe he did jerk off on mattresses for years and got tired of the not having the notoriety. Oh, wait a minute, that mattress can't go for delivery. I have to do a personal inspection on that one. That one can go tomorrow. All right, now get out of here. I'm taking a black light to buy a bed now. Hey, he moved into fast food. He moved over into fast food. He said something about making his works of arts disappear quicker. Right, Josh? Oh my God, I would freak out. I'd be ready to burn his fucking store down with him in it. I'm not saying I would do that, but I'd be ready to do that. Oh, what if you're buying a mattress for your daughter? Uh, Let that motherfucker burn, right? Burn, motherfucker, burn. Oh my God. What if this is how you found out? Hey, what if this is how you found out about the mattress? You guys bought a mattress, all right? And then you guys haven't even had it 3 days, okay? And your husband comes in from out of town, okay? And next thing you know, you guys are sleeping in bed And he looks over and he sees something about the mattress that's just a little different in that area. And he's like, what? And he can't really tell or whatever. And he ends up breaking out the black light and he just sees spooge all over that. He's going to think that woman just cheated on him. She's going to be like, I had nothing to do with that. He's like, what are you fucking talking about, bitch? This is a brand new fucking mattress. Who the fuck's cum is this? Nah, I'm serious, bitch. I ain't putting up with this shit. I've been out of town working hard so I can make money for you. And this is what the fuck I find on the bed? Let me tell you something, bitch. I can imagine. I wonder if that shit happened. Like, that's how they found out. She's like, look, no. He's like, we're getting down to the bottom of this. He says, I'm going to go talk to that. Let's go talk to him and say, do you sell cum mattresses? And he takes his black light and looks, and they all got a signature mark looking. Man, and that's how they found out. Like, would that be crazy? You know that dude be ready to kill him, huh? Kicking ass time for real, right? Are you woke up and the sheets pulled back and your lips are like right up against the spot? Oh, my mattress doesn't taste like it should. Well, it's not too bad. It's more like oh no, but it has me thirsty. I'm thirsty. Is that what he thought was going to happen? That sick bastard. Who is the cum supplier of this mattress? I must find him. Like, what is he thinking? Don't do it, Josh. You would be the cum mattress killer. To make sure it was good, right? I've moved some of those mattresses. They kind of suck to move, but they're all right once they're all set up. Because if my man would get it, right? Josh would be in jail. Hey, did you guys see that prank that wife did on her husband? She took a regular donut and just put baby powder on it, and it looked like a powdered donut. And he's sitting there watching TV, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Look, he's spitting it out, and he's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is this shit?" And she's like, "Baby powder." No, it ain't. What the fuck? No. She's like, yeah, it's baby powder. He's like, oh, that shit was hilarious. Hey, so did you guys hear about the two young Asian boys that went viral for pulling a prank in a McDonald's? What they did is they saw all these different photos of these different ethnic groups. There was white, and there was middle class, there was black, there was like all these different cultural groups, but there was no Asians represented. And they saw a blank wall that they thought, you know what? Let's put a picture up there of us Asian representing us. I'm telling them that story. Yeah. Love you, babe. You know what? I don't care about YouTube. You can't bring anyone up. Dabr, what up, Matt? They do suck to move that for sure. Hey, what was I gonna say? We were talking about what was I talking about, man? I fucking got spaced out. My wife came in. I got distracted by that beauty. The chins pick. China pick. Man, you gotta fucking say more than 2 words, China pick. So I seen Bub stopped and this morning, Matt. Oh, boys and McDonald's China pick. That's fucked up and funny. But anyways, so so these boys they decide that they're gonna pay to create this China these an Asian. I don't think they were Chinese, but to represent Asians. And yes, I remember. And so they put this poster on the wall, and he even managed to get a McDonald's uniform at a local thrift store, and they showed the receipt, like they bought it at the thrift store, and it was his size and everything. It was like meant to do this prank. So he created a fake badge that he's a McDonald's interior coordinator, or whatever, and fucking so he did all this stuff to so he can come in and pretend like he had the right to put that sign up on the wall. And so the sign on the wall was a picture of him and his friend with some McDonald's and the little McDonald's logo, and like just looked like every other sign in there. And but they did a really nailed on job for it. And so then they put like some little sticky on the back so it wouldn't hurt the wall if they didn't want it on. And so they just put it up there, and then they pushed it on there, and then they stayed there for a couple days to see. They left. They came back for a couple days, and next thing you know, it stayed up for 51 days. 51 days, and how they eventually noticed how McDonald's realized that they had done this was 51 days later. He put a post up on Twitter talking about the prank they had did, and that the thing went unnoticed for 51 days, and that tweet went viral, and more than 1 million people seen it, and McDonald's found out about it, and so Ellen DeGeneres brought them on her show, and because she likes pranks, and then they told the prank thing, and McDonald's says, hey, we want to show the diversity, and we're going to hire you guys to be our interior coordinators, and also to do some so, to use you and other things like that or whatever. And we're going to give you a check for $25,000 each. And they gave them a check for $25,000 each on the spot and shit. And so that prank is just literally went viral, and now they're actually the Asian representation for McDonald's. Isn't that a crazy story? You just got booted off of YouTube? Strange. Well, you tell YouTube's network you like Facebook better. YouTube might have said, oh, yeah, well, then get out of here, woman. I don't know. Blessing, right? Good morning, everybody. If you're coming in new and you're unable to comment, make sure that you're seeing this in the YouTube app. Be sure to hit the 3 dots if you're on a browser. Choose open in YouTube app and communicate with us in there. If you have not got a chance to like the video, 2 of you guys so far have not, be sure to back out of the video, like it, and come back in. It did it to me too, but I'm back. Yeah, well, if it's any consolation, my video has crashed on me, and I had to restart it again, and you guys don't notice it. So y'all communicate, damn it. So you're not the only one that has to deal with crashes, but we all come back. If it fucks with you, just back out, come the fuck back in, right? How many of you guys know about the DVR feature of a live broadcast? How many of you guys know about the DVR feature of a live broadcast? So have we so we have to get to what? So have we got to the getting you paid from YouTube yet? Well, because I'm smoking cannabis and the advertising, this is against their policy, and so I have to. So any public videos that someone snitches on goes private. All monetization gets killed. So to answer your question, uh, I get no more monetization through fucking YouTube than I do Facebook. However, if you guys want to participate in my Patreon page, then you guys can make sure that I get the benefit of it directly, and you guys get benefit directly as well. So instead of me getting something out of YouTube, you guys actually get something out of it, and I get something out of it. So be sure to check out patreon.com/Dabr, D-A-B-R. Patreon.com/Dabr. /Dabr. Becky will tell you she's part. We got a bunch of people so far. What about the VR thing? One day, right? Guess who's trying to be the leader in VR technology for the masses? In a social environment. Huh? Guess. Guess. Talk, damn it. That includes you. Snoop Dogg. Okay, back. Nice. So honestly, Facebook wants to lead the whole VR thing. They want us to be able to have a VR lives, like to basically like creating a VR world like Sims, where we can show up and we can create full body avatars and literally like Sims almost, but it's fucking Facebook, Simbook, or whatever you want to call it. Isn't that weird? You'll be able to walk up and be like, yo. I know, right, Wonder Woman? He's like, I'm all good on that. That's what people seem to want to call me, too. That's what they want to call me, too. What is Facebook jail? When you're on Facebook, but your privileges have been knocked down. So in other words, you used to be able to go live, but you can't go live now. Or you used to be able to share to a group, but you can't share to any groups right now because you have to wait. You used to be able to comment, but you can't comment now. You have to wait. You have to watch. It's like timeout. That's Facebook jail. In other words, I haven't been able to comment for 30 days, bro. I'm back out of Facebook jail. That's what that shit's all about. Right when I'm doing something. I can't handle this really early morning. Well, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's what that's all about. Go to sleep. Right? Well, to people, when you start allowing everyone to do whatever the fuck they want, unfortunately there is some issues. I miss you. Oh, I understand. Come in the evening one for you. The afternoon evening one, you know what I mean? Or just lay here and watch. You don't have to talk. You know what I mean? Rest. Just rest. Just rest. Oh my goodness. Got the stretchies. I'd sleep all day, right? I have missed 3 shows. You just going through some stuff right now, that's all. All right. 1 second. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna top my coffee off and I'll be right back. Ugh. Here I am again. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Baby, I can't wait. This is a social moment brought to you by Dabr Cloth Clothing. We're sitting here having a Dabr moment. Let's smoke. They are amazing. So I'm seriously looking to get Dabr printed on the shit. Like, I found out that I can literally boom, 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 boom. Are you guys okay with the Dabr all one color? No. What was I thinking? No, it has to have my green on there. Like, I have to have my Dabr with the green. That's the challenge. That second color and trying to... Oh my God, Bill's jealous of my cup. We got to get Bill a cup. So he don't even have to be jealous. He could be part of the team. So we'll work on trying to figure that out. I drink some hell out of some cappuccino. And tell him I said that. But I want him to, like, model his underwear as he picks up the couch, because I missed out on all that. Hey, I've been on my cup more than a wife. You know what? Hey, you should tell him if you kept my coffee warm for me where I didn't have to do anything, like my shit get cold, you jumped up off the couch and took my mug and heated it, brought it back and set it back down, and you gave me no lip about it, I didn't have to argue with you, none of that stuff, then you would be equal to my cup. Crusty or clean, I don't care, whatever's more developed. Like, you know what I mean? Like if he happens to like the crusty ones that day, then we can go crusty, you know? If he goes clean, you know, we can go clean. I don't want to see both. That reminds me of like a girl at a strip club wearing like 4 pairs of panties. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, I go there to pay to see just like panties and like not 4 pairs of those motherfuckers. He says, never mind. Laugh out loud, but I can keep the cup. All right, if you insist. Don't act like guys don't go to the strip club to see fucking body. You know what I mean? Well, who the fuck wants to see 5 fucking pairs of panties? No. I want one. One. All right, Kari. Anymore, I feel cheated. I feel like some false advertising. He says you're getting ripped if you're going for the underwear, right? Exactly. I'm a back again. All right. I didn't have any more coffee, and my wife left a lot of coffee in her cup yesterday, so I just went and jacked her coffee. People keep texting me. They're in love with you. It's easy. Oh my goodness. Let me fuck this burrito up before it gets cold. I'm a creature of habit for sure. Burrito for the soul. Hell yeah. Bill should have been on my show the other day when I was handing out presidential dick. He might have been nominated. He might have been nominated. That was funny as hell, right? Yeah. Yeah, he might have been nominated. April got the nomination and then got it taken away from her. I had the voice of Clinton and Bush and the attitude of Trump. It was funny as fuck. I was just telling him as you said it, that's funny. Oh. Here comes Andy to say goodbye. They got what? I think it got taken back, but it was the funniest fucking show. It's 7:51. She getting ready to come in here. I said, Andy, love. My wife, I talked to her. I said, hey, so did I almost make you cry with telling my love story? And she's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, me too. Everyone did. And she was like, Ashley was telling me to slap you. Why am I supposed to slap you? I was like, I don't fucking know. That woman's tripping. She's like, oh, okay. She put the hand down. I was like, I'm like, I don't know. That woman tripping. She trips a lot. You don't believe me? Ask her husband. He'll tell you. Now, you ain't having to call her about nothing, okay? You send your messages through me, woman. Fuck you? Well, fuck you too. Time out. She's on a 5-minute timeout. Watch her try to break the system, though. Nope, you beat. See? She broke my system, too. I can't even block her for 5 minutes. Fuck it. Well, did I tell you that I put in the bottom of that coffee cup a little X-Lax and it's time releasing? Okay, so you should be shitting your pants today. You should be shitting your pants today. Shitty britches. $7.54. She running late. It was an awesome feeling being released of all the toxins. Fuck you. You take something, a prank, and make it somehow a cleansing, healthy experience. You've robbed me of my prankdom. Hey, so did you guys hear about that glitter bomb some dude, a NASA engineer, made? So this guy, he's engineered shit for NASA, and he made a dartboard. He made a dartboard that would get you bullseye every time. You throw the dart, and the fucking dartboard would move, and the fucking dart would land in bullseye every time. So the dartboard would make you could just throw wild, and that thing would like boop. Would like to be a glitter bomb. I'm back. Nice. So what he did is people were stealing his packages, and so watch the glitter fart one. It's great, right? This is what I'm talking about. So he took one of these packages and he over-engineered the fucking thing, put cell phones in it, made it to where it would record everything, made it to where it would shoot fart bombs, made it to where it would shoot glitter, fine glitter everywhere, and then recorded the madness. And he was able to get like 3 people with it. It was fucking great. One dude in his house, it blew up, and they were like, what the fuck? What the fuck you walk back into? I don't know. Hey, do you guys know how to do the DVR feature? You can actually back out of the video, okay, and before you hit play or go back in, you can actually like drag the progression bar and back up the video and hit play. Oh yeah, that fucking, and the fart bomb. That dude's like, man, you busted ass in here. He's like, no, I didn't. He's like, get that shit out of here. Here she is, everyone. I told you she'd be coming with great, huh? I don't know your keys. Why'd you give me the keys? You said you gave me the keys. No, I said no. No. Do I get a kiss so that way you run and say goodbye to everyone they're waiting?
Get your keys though.
Huh?
Good morning, guys. Sorry.
What?
You have to come get your keys because I just found
This woman, she can't find her keys. She can't find her keys. Damn it. Yeah. Yep, I've done that. So then that way, if I said something and you're like, oh my God, like, did he really say that or whatever? You can back up. Or if you have any questions, or I did something funny and you'd like to screenshot it, you can back up and get back there. And if you want to get back to the most current time, you just drag the thing all the way forward. And then that'll get you to the most current time. I need to calm this bitch. This beanie be warming me the fuck up at times. Be warming me the fuck up. So I need to chase down some parts today. Find out where they're gonna be. Right? Some shit is kind of wild, right? Yeah, I need to chase down some parts from my whip today. I can't wait. I can't wait. Little darling, I can't wait. Making a list and checking it twice. Hey, everyone that did your Secret Santa, remember, if you're physically mailing something, they're now not going to get it in time for Christmas. If you have not already physically mailed it, be respectful, man. Reach out to your recipient and let them know what's going on and what you intend to do and how you're going to do it, right? If you're sending them an electronic gift, be sure to get it to them before Christmas electronically. If you guys need some last minute stuff, you can always get a Dabr gift certificate from dabrcloth.com. And now you know the rest of the story. I gotta go check on the wife real quick, see if she found her keys. I'll be right back. She might have found them and dipped out. Can't wait till I'm driving that bitch. Can't wait. Every time I walk by that motherfucker, I'm like, I need to be driving you. So we helped her find her keys. Get that running right. Yeah, I need to buy a motor. What I did is this. I went straight to testing some shit. This is what I tested. I went straight to the windows, the motor in the window, and pulled the motors out of the window. When I pulled the motor out of the window, I literally put power right to the motor, and the fucking motor cranked up. I turned it the other way, and it cranked the other way. So the motors in the windows work, but the window regulators, and they also regulate the seat movement, okay, has a power harness that plugs into it. Okay, well, guess what? This power harness has been cut, and the wires have been peeled back, and the harness plug that plugs in is fucking who knows where the fuck it is. It's gone. I have no idea where it is. And guess what? They didn't do it just on the driver's side, they did it on the passenger side too. So now it's not feeding these regulators. It's not feeding the rest of that shit. So I need to get those connections back, and then we can find out what's going on with the windows. The motors underneath the seat, I was able to prove that the motor was dead underneath the seat. So what I did is that seat has back, forward, okay, back and forward is 1, up and down is 2, okay, and then and wait a minute. What I mean, okay, tilt back, tilt forward is 1, up and down is 2 motor, and then sliding back and forward is 3 motor. So the sliding back and forth is the one that got used the most, and that motor went out. So the motor that I took is the motor that raises the seat up and down. I raised it to where I wanted it. I took that motor out and put it on that motor, and then manually jumped the thing and slid the seat where I needed it. And that's how I got the seat where I needed it. And now I have the cable kind of hanging out. I could manually move it back and forth. So I was able to isolate and prove that those wires are stopping connectivity in the doors to some degree, and the window system, and the motor, it was bad on the driver's side. The odds of the motor on the passenger side being bad, the fact that it does this the most is probably a high chance that is a huge probability. Now, when I go to the junkyards, what am I buying? I'm buying the motor that goes back and forth, right? Well, guess what? The motor that goes back and forth gets way more use than the motor that goes up and down. And the motor that goes up and down and the motor that goes back and forth, they're literally like, here's the motor that goes back and forth, and here's the motor that goes up and down. Here is the motor that does that other feature. Okay, so they're 3 different sizes, but the difference between the up and down and the back is just literally a small thing. So I'm thinking, instead of going after the middle one, like I'll go after the middle one, but I'll also buy me the front one and use the front ones that they don't get that much use, and use those as my middle ones, and the age on that motor will be a lot less than the age on the motor that I would be replacing that. So I'm going to use the front motor as my middle motor when I get it from the junkyard. Huh? Because the funny thing about cars, great mind, bro, right? The funny thing about cars is the things that go out in them often go out for a reason. And at that year of car, most cars are dealing with that year and that model. Most of those cars are dealing with the same issues. Here, I'll show you the motor. I'll bring it right now. In fact, I'll show you everyone the motor, as I have it out. This one's bound up and it won't even move at all. This is the motor. And that other motor is like, instead of the tip being here, the tip is like right there. Good morning, Becky. And here's the little input shaft. And the middle, no, the end one, these two are the ones that I would jump the power to. So, little rotary motor, right? Morning, sleepyhead. Good morning, Becky. Oh, she is. Good morning, Becky. Good morning, Ash. So I was able to prove that it's the motors in the seats, or the seat. The windows, I need to finish connecting I need to finish connecting the issues with that and put it all together. But right now I managed to I pulled the motors out, Josh, and pulled the windows up manually and then put the motors back in. So now the motors aren't moving and they're holding the door in place. Holding the windows up. And then the sunroof, I was able to just kind of force it forward. It was great. Did you hear it? Yeah, she sounds good. She definitely sounds good. She sounds good and healthy. She's like, rah, rah, rah. Sounds like a Jaguar. I mean, not the car, but like an old lady Jaguar. Rah. Well tuned. You know what I mean? I can't wait. I get that car going and it's reliable, man. I'm mobbing out to visit some people. Oh, yeah. Some heat shrinking. Stress is starting to take over. Come on, you're Wonder Woman. At 344. Becky, when do you take off for the Las Vegas? When do you take off for the Las Vegas? The 15th of next month? Ashley went through that stress. Remember being evicted? She had like an eviction notice, went to court. But yeah, so if the seats aren't working, how do you chase down the problem, bro? Do you know? If the seats aren't working and you've never dealt with the car, how do you find out? Like, if you're the mechanic, how do you find out what's wrong with the seat? My opinion, the first thing I would do is go down and remove the motor or remove the connection of the motor and test the motor. Does the motor physically work? If the motor works, then the next thing I would do is start chasing down my wiring. But if the motor don't work, no sense in chasing down the wiring. It's obviously the fucking motor. Yeah, Ashley said she got I got evicted. I found a new place. I packed the whole house and moved within 2 weeks. No, so honestly, you're right. The first place you start is with the fuse. Check the fuse. If the fuse is popped, then put a new fuse and see does it pop it again. If the fuse is not popped and the fuse is good, then the second place I would check is the motor, and then the third place I would check is the wiring. Man, you ladies overheated YouTube. You guys started talking about rub it good, Becky. I'll rub it for you. Talking all that talk, and YouTube's like, oh, and I crashed. I had to restart the fucking thing. So I'm somewhat good with wiring, right? So you were right in the fact that fuse is first, motor second, wiring is third. Well, actually, before wiring, if there was any regulators in there, I would check the regulators or modules. If there's any modulators or regulators, and then I would check the wiring. I had someone told me they might have to spend some money to find out if a part, they have to buy, they might have to buy some parts to find out, oh, that's not it, but we're going to need to buy more parts. I'm like, you're not throwing money at a fucking, here, this is what taught me how you have to check simple shit. Okay, this is what taught me. All right, guess what? I bought a car that I had no history on, and I bought it, and the brake lights, all the tail lights didn't work at all. Okay, and I bought it like that, no tail lights on it at all. So I checked the fuse, and guess what? The fuse was fine. So I started tracing the wire and literally testing the different wire points and following the wire, pulled up the carpet, pulled up the wall sections, followed the wire all the way back, followed it, tore back the seat, pulled out, tore all this stuff up, pulled underneath the trunk, followed that, checked the wire all the way down to find out that it was the light bulbs that were bad. So I learned, check the simple shit first. Check the simple shit first. The tail lights don't work, check the tail lights. The tail lights are fine, check the fuses. Right, Josh? So I learned the hard way. Don't you know, I felt like an idiot when you just unscrewed the lens and it was some bulbs. I felt like an idiot. I spent all day on this. All right, Becky, get dressed, get the kids. Yeah, so that taught me, check the simple shit first. So, I'm excited. I actually feel like I have an idea of what it's going to take to fix the car, you know? And I fix these things in the engine, and next thing you know, I'm driving my whip with the motherfucking everything working. I'm going to be like, oh my God. But then there's some body work that needs to be done on the passenger side rear quarter panel. But that's okay. I'll get that shit done. Get the hood dialed in, get that shit done, get everything painted, and be like, whoa, 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 whoa. That'll be awesome. Like a possum. It says there's 8 here. Right, Becky? I manage right now. If I couldn't ever figure out those wiring issues, right now, the way it sits, I could fix my little oil leak in the front and I could literally drive it right now the way it sits. So I am like that much closer to being done with that shit. She's like, I'm here. All right, all right, all right. What up, girlfriend? So, the motor does look tight and clean, huh? Did you hear how loud that engine is? It's like, and then it steps down and it's like, I'm like, ooh. Yeah, I've done a little body work too, Josh. Not a lot, but I have done a little body work. You know, put some fucking beat it up, put a little bit of grind that shit up, pop it as much, you know what I mean, as forward as possible. I sounded like a 69 muscle car, right? I think a good sounding muscle car sounds like. That's like a 69 muscle car, in my opinion. They got that loud growl to them. This one happened to have more of a deeper, like, whoa, 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 you know. When I do my growls, I actually imagine all all 8 cylinders, 4-stroking it, pulling it, pop, 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 pop. Gotta be smooth as ice. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? You'd rather have the metal pointing out this way than in this way. You 4-stroking it, right? Why doesn't some people put a picture of their name? I guess they don't know how or they don't care. They're just glad to come hang out. I don't know. Good question. Kari asks all the difficult questions that people are unwilling to ask. She's like, I'll ask the question. Why the fuck don't you? Hell yeah, V8 that shit. I want to dial in my motherfucking. I want to dial in my 64 truck. Honestly, I would be cool with it being carbureted. I'm not really all that interested in making it fuel injected and all that shit. I'm cool with it being carbureted. Be right back. All right, all right. Well, you know what'd be nice? If I could have an intake that did both, that did injection and carburation. Okay, and so what I mean by that is that the carburetor would be able to slide a fucking mechanism and it cuts the carburetor off and you just simply use the injectors and all that. But then if the injector system, if the brain or any of that were to go out, you could literally slide that back. The injectors are no longer working and literally run off of carburation. That would be dope. So in other words, if you had like an EMP blast or something, you'd be able to convert the car right back to a carburetor by simply pulling the thing back and flipping a coil or some shit, for timing reasons or whatever. You guys still with me? Oh, yeah. Oh shit, we're at 1 hour and 7 minutes. All right, well, I'm going to call it a wrap. Thank you guys for hanging out with me this morning on YouTube. I love all of you, and we will do it soon. Be safe in your travel. Stay blessed, stay medicated. Always stay elevated. Peace, family.